Hello, welcome back to my channel. It has been so long since I have come and done a vloggy, chatty style of video, and I am so sorry I have not been giving my YouTube channel the love and attention it deserves because I've just been super busy, but please forgive me. I'm here, I'm back, I'm doing a sewing vlog, and I'm so happy and excited to do this video with you guys. And so you've probably already seen by the title that I'm going to be sewing the brand new Fleur pattern by Fabric Godmother, and I'm going to be doing the top version of this pattern with puff sleeves. They have a few variations that you can choose from for this pattern. There was the sleeveless version as a dress, as a top, and obviously the puff sleeve version as a dress and as a top, and some gorgeous tie-up details down the front. Very much inspired by the Ganni top that we all kind of know and love by now. So I'm very excited, and before I get started with the video, make sure to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let's get started. So I've already cut out the project. It's ready to go in this gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous bow fabric. And this is from Hey Sew Sister, the lovely Georgie, and it's a collaboration with Pigeon Wishes, which both brands I absolutely love. They're both amazing women and I just love what they do, and this print is so cute. You'll probably be watching this video once I get back from France, but I am making this for my holiday, so I'll make sure to get some footage of me wearing it, but I just thought this print would be so pretty to wear in France. And I'm making, like I said, the top version, and I've cut out, I believe, I think I've cut out a size 10. Let me just double check. Yes, so I've cut out a size 10, and I've done the smaller bust measurement as well. I'm just going to check what that says for you guys. I don't know if it's going to fit me, to be honest. I've never made a Fabric Godmother pattern before, so I'll be interested to obviously see how it fits. Hopefully I've measured myself correctly. So let's have a look. I went by the finished garment measurements as well, because I always like to see what it will be against, like what my body measurements are and what the kind of overall fit's going to be like. And I wanted this pattern to be snug around my boobs, but you know, baggy everywhere else, because I have a small bust. So the high bust is this point across here, so it works differently to like your breast cup measurement. I think they did a whole post about this. So in terms of like when you obviously measure yourself to have a bra fitting, you measure across the fullest part of your boobs, whereas the high bust is like measured slightly different, but they talk through all of that sort of stuff. So with the sleeves, the high bust is 41¼ inches finished garment measurements, and my high bust is something like 34, 35, so I've got quite small boobies. Even though I'm usually between a 10 and a 12, I decided to go for the small bust option in a size 10 because of that. Yeah, high bust size chart, size 10 was 33½ inches, so the size 12 probably would have fit me more in terms of the high bust, but the measurement for the bust, a B cup option for a size 10, is 35½ inches, and my measurement is 35. So I just thought it just was in keeping with the rest of my measurements. I definitely would have been a size 12 on my hips, but as this top is kind of out at the hips, I thought I'd go more by my bust, and I hope that makes sense. I would always check when you're measuring yourself against what the pattern looks like. So say for example you're worrying if you're 2 sizes bigger on your hips and you're like, oh, I don't want to make it in the smaller size. Because of the style lines of this particular pattern, anything from the waist to the hip, it doesn't really matter so much because you've got that gathered tier. So really the main measurements for me that I thought would be the most important to follow to make sure I get the best fit for me is my bust measurement, and they go up to a size 30 as well, so that's amazing, really size inclusive. And yeah, like I said, I've got this gorgeous fabric to make it in. So in this video I'm not going to be doing a full step-by-step tutorial. They just take me so long to do, but I am going to chat through some of the processes and we're going to make it together, so it's going to be really fun. First thing we have to do is stay stitch our necklines, and so it's saying to stay stitch them 1/8 of an inch from the raw edge in the direction of the arrows, i.e. start from the shoulder and stitch towards the centre front or centre back, and help you avoid this fabric stretching out. So I've got my little pieces here. We're going to stay stitch the neckline and the armhole. Yes, the armhole. So going into the centre of the neckline first. Stage stitching is done. Now it's dart time. Sew bust darts in both front bodice pieces for all versions except B cup with sleeves. I don't need booby darts apparently. To sew the darts, fold fabric right sides together, matching dart legs. Okay, cool. Well, I don't need to do darts on mine, but you might need to do darts on yours depending on what size. And now I need to work on the ties. So hello, I'm back in my studio sewing the Fleur. Hopefully you can hear me because my doors are open and it's hot, so they have to be open. I am just pressing the centre front of the right hand panel, so wearer's right. I'm pressing it down 5/8 of an inch and I'm about to top stitch this. So I've sewn the little ties, they were super easy, and I'm just about to top stitch this little bit down. So I'm going to do that and then we can look at the instructions together because I actually don't know what the next bit of the instructions is. I really should take my own advice and read through the instructions before I start, but I'm terrible and I don't do that. Ooh, at my machine. So I've got an iced coffee that I made myself, and the only straw that I could find in the house was this one from my friend's hen party, so that is the only straw that I have. So if you're wondering in this video, like, why is she using that? You know why. Okay, question actually, whilst I've got you guys watching. This is called a bodkin, I think, a bodkin. And it's to help like turn or pull elastic through things. Does anyone know if such thing exists as like a small one for doll clothes? You know, like doll making and like tiny bits of elastic and stuff, because this is great, but I would love one that's like half the size. If such thing exists, please let me know, because I obviously have my brand called Podgkins and I'm struggling to find a good method to instruct people to turn elastic through a tiny pair of like doll trousers. So if you know like of a smaller thing that would be a good method for people to put elastic through like a trouser waistband, let me know. Right, let's look at the next step together. The right sides together, fold placket in half lengthways across the top end with a 15mm 5/8 seam allowance. Okay, right sides together, fold the placket in half. I'll go get the placket. Right sides together, fold placket in half lengthways, stitch across the top with a 5/8 seam allowance. Don't trim or clip corner, simply fold the seam allowance and turn right side out. This will create a neat angle. Okay, so folding that, pinching it down. Tiny bit to come out. Okay, and then it says matching long raw edges and press. So let's go and press this. So that is pressed. I now need to attach this little placket to the left hand side of the bodice. So with the ties facing down like that, I'm going to pop on the placket with the nice neat sewn edge at the top, 1/4 of an inch from the edge like this, and then we sew this in place with a 5/8 seam allowance. Okay, that's done. Where's my iPad there? I'm go changing. Oh, finish raw edges. So get my overlocker. This is my lovely overlocker. Excuse the messy side without trimming this. Okay. Fold placket away from the bodice and press the seam allowance towards the bodice. Pin and stitch seam allowance in place from the wrong side of the bodice, from the centre front. This will match with the top stitching. So that's that one done. The placket is on there now. And then the next step is to sew right sides together, sew the front and back bodice pieces together at the shoulder seams, finish seam allowances separately and press open. So let's do that now. So I need to finish up now because I have to go get my daughter. So I've just sewn the neckband on and the ties are done. And so when I come back in, it will be, I think, sleeves and peplum. So there's not really much to do with this top. It's quite a simple top, but yeah, it's coming together really nicely. So I will hopefully see you guys later. I'm filming on my phone, so hopefully the quality is okay, but my camera doesn't have a card in it. So I just wanted to quickly show you before I moved on to this step that I've prepped the sleeve. So what I've done is I added some gathering stitches. I've definitely done them too wide apart, but it's fine, it'll work the same. Gathering stitches to the top of the sleeve, and then I sewed the underarm seam together and overlocked them separately and pressed it open. And then I've also added gathering stitches to the hem on both sleeves. Then I've got my sleeve cuffs and I have pressed them down the centre and then pressed that into the centre. And then the next step is, let me just open my iPad, to gently pull on the bobbin threads on the end of the sleeve to gather up the edge of the sleeve to match the cuff binding. So, oh wait, I need to open this out. Pop the short ends together and stitch that together first and then press it open. So I'll do that on both of my sleeve cuffs, and then it will be a case of attaching these to the sleeve hem by gathering it in and attaching those together, and then I'll bring you to the next step. The sleeves are done. How cute are they? Got to tidy up all the threads and stuff, but the sleeve cuffs are on, and now I can attach the sleeves into the top. I'm loving how they look so far though. How cute are they? So yeah, next step, pop these into the blouse. So let's do this. And there you have it, you guys. Here's a quick look at the finished top. Sorry for the footage. I literally had to film this so quickly before going on holiday. It just went straight into my backpack. But in the next few photos, I'm going to show you it in action in Paris. It was such a beautiful top to wear on a really sunny day in Paris, and I absolutely love how it turned out. Highly recommend the pattern. I'll leave it linked below for you guys, as well as the fabric. And thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Bye!